When I made a video about the types of physician associates one meets when they begin the PA school, I mentioned one in particular who I said the PA course was not for them. Those are the people who within themselves know they want to become doctors, but are PAs. In the beginning, of course, most of us, when you start a new job, you're a bit uncomfortable in your new role. It takes time for you to adapt, learn the different systems, learn the way things work in whatever practice or hospital you are working at, and then you become more proficient and more effective. But for the people who within their inner man, they know they want to be doctors, it is never enough. You'll soon realize the fact that you have to wait for someone to prescribe a medication will begin to nag you. Patient will see you and say, no, I don't want to speak with you, I want to speak with a doctor. Will begin to nag you. I for sure did experience that when I started. That's why I made my first video about whether it was my ego, because at the end of the day, I was seeing patients, I was helping them. However, it was not enough for me. In my head, I needed to become a doctor to fill this void. I'm not the only one who has felt this way. So I went on the internet and I saw a question. Currently a second year PA in clinicals. I kinda had a very slight voice in the back of my head this entire journey that I was cutting myself short by going to PA school instead of med school. Now I'm in clinicals and just seeing med students around with me kind of makes me feel some type of way. I know I had the stats to get into medical school. It was the lifestyle of a PA that I was more interested in though. Reasons I chose PA over MD. Better work-life balance, less school, no residency. I value my time more than money. I don't care about the title, maybe just a little bit, and ability to switch specialties. With that being said, I think for me, it's more about the fact that I know I could have gotten into medical school and I'm smart enough to get through medical school. So I feel like I'm just cutting myself short. It's not about the money or the prestige. What are your thoughts? Go for it if it backs you. You aren't even 1.5 years into it. No residency, this is huge, like massive. Few MDs kill themselves each year in residency. I'm not being glib. The struggle is real. Don't discount that too quickly. Oh, don't forget fellowship, maybe another 1 to 3 years. Medicine is a culture of never enough. It's up to you to call out when it's enough. No one cares about your title as much as you think, except your grandparents or parents. Patients will respect you based on how you treat them, but not based on your degree, full stop. And some patients will not trust you regardless of whether you are a CNA, MD, or head of cardiology. My sense is that if you feel some achievement will make you happy, it's pretty likely that it will make you happy, but just for a while. Then you return to the baseline. Why? Because you have stumbled on the truth of human nature, the inclination to be discontent, more than you have discovered anything specific about being a medical doctor or PA. Burnout is real regardless of which path you take. The same patient that gave the doctor a headache, when they see the PA, they'll also give the PA a headache. The same administration staff, tick box left and right, that gives the PA a headache, will give the same doctor a headache. Then the OP went on and said, you bring up a great point about residency and title. I guess a better way of putting it is, I feel like I'm not reaching my potential as a PA versus an MD. This is what most of the PA students that want to be doctors, this is how they feel. There's something more I could be doing, but I'm taking the easier route. That is the thing that plays in their head. They feel like they are settling. This is what one of the bros said. Potential is about your relationship with you and your relationship with the idea. You have done well, but you are not at the top of the pack. That statement there, in my opinion, is the thing that bothers those type of PA students. When I did biomedicine, I didn't see anyone I thought was above. You're a law student, you're a law student. You are just you and I'm just me. However, when you are a PA, you are under the shadow of a doctor. That is just facts. And if in your head, you want to be on top, you want to be the one calling the shots, you cannot, because the role does not allow you to do that. That is the only way the role can exist. We cannot both be calling the shots. There has to be a final place where this individual calls the shot, and that is the doctor. And if you are a PA and within yourself you don't like the fact that someone else is above you, it will always bother you. You'll always see the role as very limiting in that sense. To me, that is the sentiment underpinning this feeling of I always need to ask someone as if you're not good enough. I'm not up to par, I'm not on top of the pack, I'm not this. That messes with your mind. I picked MD over APP, Allied Professional. I don't know what APP stands for. If you know it, let me. I picked MD over those folks, even though it looked like hell, for 3 reasons. I knew I was more comfortable as a leader and would want to lead the team. I knew I would be resentful if I was constantly overruled by someone I disagreed with. As I say, patients you see as a physician associate, they are not your patients. They are being delegated to you because whoever is doing the delegation trusts your competence. The ultimate responsibility rests on the shoulders of the doctor. As such, they get to call the final shot. A dialogue can be had, but at the end of the day, what the doctor wants is what is going to be done. It just comes with the gig of being a physician associate. And goes on to say, I think if you have a true dream for your career, probably MD is the right way to go. If you just want a good job that helps people, PA is perfect. You can fulfill your potential in so many better ways outside of our broken healthcare system, using the money, free time, and the sanity that the PA lifestyle gives you. For most of us, pursuing an MD is not a mark of our ambition, but of our madness. In a way, I see where the bro is coming from. I'm of the opinion that if you were to speak with some of the junior doctors that are currently working, and you gave them the chance to go back knowing what they know now, some of them would have taken a different path. They feel they've been lied to. Go to school, get the best grades you can, do your GCSE, A-levels, study medicine, work as a junior doctor, and you get paid what you get paid, £14 an hour. Brother, it will make you better. I think if you want a career where people will consistently acknowledge and admire your intelligence, MD is better. As a physician associate, you are the shadow clone jutsu of the doctor. Not even a proper shadow clone. Sometimes you see a patient, you do everything you need to do, and you think you've done a good job, the patient is happy. At the end of the day, when they are thanking you, it's always, thank you, doctor. Told you I was a PA. The general public is not very aware of the existence of physician associates. They come in, you see them. As long as you're not a nurse, you're a doctor. It's up to us sometimes. Let them know, bro, work under the doctor. I'm a physician associate. If I have any questions, I'll go ask doc. And then this goes a bit deeper. He says, you are saying, I know I'm smart enough, but it seems like what's really bugging you is that other people don't know you are smart enough. This thing right here. When I was a biomedical student, studying biomedicine was self-sufficient. I didn't need anyone else to justify my existence. It was just that. Because physician associates, we do not practice anything other than medicine. The question then comes, if you are good enough, why are you not a top dog? Why are you not a doctor? That will definitely mess with you. All this I'm saying is more towards physician associate students who within themselves know they want to be doctors, not the people that even though they had a sport decided not to pursue that route. Even with those people, I have no doubt there will be moments they'll regret not having gone to medical school, especially on social media. Certain individuals look at all PAs as medical school rejects. I was a medical school reject. I didn't get a post, I didn't get an interview. That man didn't even look at me. That is fine. And then there are these people who have gone through the whole process, did an interview, then had a spot, decided not to go ahead with it. If you are being looked at like some second-class citizen, I believe that will really mess with your head. In a way, you are seeking some sort of external validation. You want people to think you are smart. You want some prestige to be associated with your role. I don't know where you go in the world, you tell them I'm a PA, they will look at you like you have some brains in your head. If you say you're a doctor, everybody gets the point. I'm a lawyer, I'm an investment banker, I'm a PA. What kind of animal is that? Maybe in the USA because it has existed there for some time. Even there, the same struggles we face in the UK, that little back and forth, still exist. After all these years, imagine when you're over here, it's a different ballgame.